So again, stick with us. We're getting this thing dry.
So just making sure everything is safe. That's the most important thing. It doesn't have to just be dry. It's got to be safe.
All right, it looks like we've been given the thumbs up. Birmingham is stoked for that one. I'm stoked for that one. We are gonna make this a reality. Oh yeah, it's official, Birmingham. Practice has officially started for the ladies. 10 minutes of warm up. So we're testing the course right now. The 12 top female BMX riders in the world. Right here, City Walk. Beautiful Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City. We've seen a lot of magic go down this weekend, and there's some more to go. So one of the main concerns was the water that's hidden under the ramp when you put pressure on the ramp. A lot of heavy hitters out on this course right now. Be careful, ladies. All right, it looks like this course is gonna work out. So while we have a little time, I want to introduce you guys to three very important people and get their voices heard on the microphone. I'm gonna introduce you to Chaz Mitchell, CFO, Commissioner of Sports and Entertainment here in the city of Birmingham. Dan Williams, the President and CEO of the Greater Birmingham CBB, and the founder of the FISE, Hervé, Andre, and Benoit. If you guys come over here, how about a round of applause for these three gentlemen? Hervé, I want to give you the microphone. 29 years of the FISE. Next year is the 30th. How does it feel to be here in Alabama?
Yeah, I'm so happy to be there. We travel all the world since 30 years, and we are so happy to be back here in the United States. So I would like to thank so much for the two guys who are with me, Chaz and Dan, who believe in us, trust was very important, and if we are there today, it's because these two men with us and believe in us. So please, give a lot of applause to them. When we start to speak together, it's not just to make an event, it's to be the story together. And what we want in Birmingham is really to be the key point in United States for the field. And it's what we want to develop together for the next year. And we are very convinced that here, Birmingham is a place that the field can find a huge, huge donation. So again, thank you so much. So I go to let you guys now speak about it, about what are your feelings, but what I can tell you that the FISE family is there since now a couple of months to work on this event, and we are very support to Birmingham and FISE. So see you next year.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, now I
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Well, once again, this would not be possible if it wasn't for these three men up here. It was not easy to get the FISE in the United States, and these two men made it happen. Here's to 10 more years in Alabama. Thank you, Birmingham, and enjoy the show.
What? we couldn't do this without the partnership between the city and our Greater Birmingham CVB. So thank you for trusting in us. Lastly, I want to thank the city of Birmingham for coming out and supporting this amazing event. So thank you for
let's go
sticking with it.
Birmingham.
Hey, this is summer weather in Birmingham. We know what it does. So thank you guys for sticking with it. Thank you for coming out. Much love. Thank you.
Please give it up one more time for Chaz, Dan, and Hervé André Benoit, the founder of the FISE. Thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy the show. So we're just drying a little bit up. While I have your attention, let's thank the official partners of FISE Birmingham. Obviously the city of Birmingham, Chaz and Dan being very instrumental in making this a reality. The CFB, the Greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors Bureau, Coca-Cola, Monster Energy, Stunt Double Stout. You can pick one up right next to the Hyper booth. Big thanks to Hyper Bicycles. If you haven't heard, Hyper Bicycles donated over 25 bicycles, brand new BMX bicycles, to local Birmingham kids in need. We put 26 odd kids on BMX bikes, had a session at the skate park. Would not have been possible for Hyper, not to mention the fact Hyper, the official BMX bike of FISE World Series, they're supporting the future of BMX by flying the junior champion of each stop and a parent to the next stop on tour. That young man Sebastian Rowland won the junior class. He's got himself a free trip to Shanghai, China. If you guys like what you're seeing here, and you're independently wealthy, crypto is doing good, come party with us in Shanghai, China, middle of October. It's one of my favorite places on earth. We have quite the BMX setup there. There's a lot of amazing skate parks, good food, the culture is amazing. You'll love it. Shanghai, China Feast in October, and then November, Sakai, Japan, a quaint little city about an hour and a half northeast of Tokyo. We'll be there for the 4th and final stop of the BMX Freestyle World Cup, presented by FISE. Did we ever find out who won the 3-on-3 basketball tournament? I'm sure it was a team of tall people. Many tall people running around here in Alabama. But then I found out there was a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and not everybody's that tall around here.
Dude, if I move this thing a little bit, it all cuts out. Like the power went totally off on it just now. Can you still hear me in your monitor?
So when we get this bad boy dried up,
Listen, can you
I
hear me?
can run
in
off your list of finalists as they all deserve recognition. Qualifying in the 12th position, Team Germany's Lara Lessman. Macarena Perez from Santiago, Chile. Eduarda Judapensa from Brazil. Mio Yoshida from Japan. Li Shanshan from Team China. Zhao Shuhua from Team China. Sarah Nicky from Australia Cycling. Sun Sebe from Team China. Lena Shirai from Team Japan. Sun Jiaqi from Team China. Zhou Hui Min from Team China. And your number 1 qualifier from Team Japan, Miharu Ozawa. While we have some downtime and I just waved at this young woman, I might as well shout out her website. Our good friend B right here runs a website or an Instagram page called The Bloom BMX, along with pro BMX rider Angie Marino. It highlights female BMX riders. So if there's any young ladies out there in the audience and you want to be inspired, you want to see how you do things, follow The Bloom BMX on Instagram. Solely amazing female BMX riders all over the world, and it's a great inspiration to get young ladies started. So Shout out to the Bloom BMX. We love what you guys are doing. So we're just waiting for this to dry up. Thanks for sticking with us. We can play a game. Does anybody see a rainbow? I feel like this is rainbow territory. I gotta give a big shout out to Sweets Kendamas. I see a lot of people with kendamas right now. This is a kendama, an amazing Japanese skill toy. Sweets brought their squad out. They were doing a demo a little while ago, but apparently they've been giving out kendamas. So a big shout out to Sweets Kendama. They're still gonna be right over there on the other side of the bike park. It's just a little sprinkle. It's just a little southern sprinkle. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I got an idea though. So there's a lot of really good people here in Birmingham. And I got some friends from Lights Out BMX. And some of the BMX riders here in Birmingham decided to put together a component bike with some used parts. And this is a legitimate BMX bike. We're gonna give it away to one of you guys. Does anybody out there need a BMX bike? Who really needs a BMX? I need a reason why. You need a BMX bike? Do you need a BMX bike? Do you need one as well? All right, you three, come up here. You three, 1, 2, 3. Yep, come on up here. Just jump the fence, it's okay. I know the owner, you could just jump the fence if you can. All right, one of these 3 kids is about to get themselves a brand new, well, not, but brand new to them. All right, how about a round of applause for our 3 brave volunteers? Come on down here, guys. All right, what's your name? Tivia, nice to meet you. I'm Catfish. What's your name? Ben, nice to meet you, Ben. Ben, that was the firmest handshake anybody's given me all weekend long. That hurt a little bit. What's your name? Luna. All right, so one of you 3 is going home with this BMX bike. And I think the only fair way to do it, are you guys familiar with the game Simon Says? Okay, this is gonna be Catfish Says. So all you have to do is follow my instructions, and when you get out, you're out. The last person standing is gonna win this bike. You have a question? Yeah, do you want me to keep it Simon Says to make it easier for you? You want a Catfish Says? I do have a catfish necklace. It's insured too, so don't try and steal it. Okay, here we go. You guys spread out a little bit. All right, we're gonna start this right now. Catfish Says wave at the crowd. Okay, keep waving at the crowd. Okay. Catfish Says touch your toes. Catfish Says stop. Catfish Says run in place like the cops are chasing you. Okay, you can stop. Oh, was that a, would I get him? All right, you're out. Thank you for playing. Catfish Says stop. Catfish Says wave at the crowd again. Catfish Says stop. Catfish Says do the gritty. Oh. Catfish Says stop. Catfish Says point to the best announcer you've ever heard in your life. These girls are really good at this game. Catfish Says stop. Catfish Says run in place again. Okay, you can stop for a second. Did I get her? I got you. You are our champion. Give it up for second place. You won yourself a brand new BMX bike. Well, not new, but new to you. Make some noise for Luna, ladies and gentlemen. So you got yourself a BMX bike thanks to Lights Out BMX, the local crew out here in Birmingham, making dreams happen. Give it up one more time for Luna, you guys.
All right, welcome back to stop number 2 of the FISE World Series, UCI BMX Freestyle. This is Women's Park Final, getting ready to go down. We're in the beautiful city of Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City, and it's a historic return of FISE to the U.S. after 10 years. My name's Claude Hickman, and I'm here today with our BMX expert, Dustin Oram. Dustin, how excited are you for this event?
Dude, such a blessing to be here. It's crazy. This city has been a treat. Getting to experience the downtown and this city walk is awesome. Everything that they have under there, from the skate park to now we're getting to host Feast. Very excited for what is going to go down in this finals.
This park's amazing. We've had a few setbacks today because of the rain and some delays. The women are getting warmed up again right now so that we can continue the finals. But look at this park. You know, Hurricane, this isn't your local skate park. Hurricane has built an incredible park with all kinds of new features that I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's incredible. Definitely the tunnel adds so much dynamic to this course in the way that the different athletes are using it. You got the big slant wall, vert walls, all the different options, stepping back, jumping into it, wall ride options, pockets. And right here you get the array of the box jump, the monster spine.
There's the tunnel.
And then the tunnel. It's crazy. It has been adding so much to it. And then the huge judge's hip right there as we got the judge's tower on top of that. And it is crazy. The way these athletes have been using this course has been so epic to watch. Again, pocket options, in and out, coast-to-coast wall rides. The way this course can be used and what it has opened up for these riders is incredible.
So many lines. That spine in the middle, I went to try to stand by it, and I think it's twice as tall as I am. So I'm not that tall, but that spine's big is all I'm saying.
It's huge. It's crazy. And then everything is fun, talking with some of the athletes, naming it the Grand Canyon, jumping over the tunnel, or Niagara Falls, and the different aspects. But yeah, ultimately the tunnel that these riders are utilizing. And then it's awesome seeing these women warming up, working through all the weather. And it's just so cool to see them on the bikes as we prepare for this finals.
Yeah, and maybe you've been around BMX your whole life. Maybe this is brand new to you, but will you run us through some of the UCI 2026 format and kind of criteria for judging today?
So again, you're seeing it on the screen. They are breaking it down, and we got the 12 riders broken into 2 heats of 6 riders. It's going to be their best run counts. They get 2 runs that are 60 seconds long, but it's going to be their best run that counts for this finals here. And then yeah, they're going to go through the judging criteria and what those judges that are up in that judging tower, that they got a great view of the entire course. They're going to be working through all the different elements of that, and we'll see that in just a second. But right now this field has been narrowed down from 20 to 12 women finalists here, and that in the qualification to get them here, it was 2 runs both counted. And then it was the average of that to get them into that top 12 ranking to be here in the finals.
Man, it's been a long weekend. We've had an incredible qualification that went down. There you go. You see some of the judges that are going to be doing that judging today for UCI. Some of the great riders, a lot of legends there, guys that are experts at this. They know how to judge these women today. But man, the highlights, you know, from the qualification were incredible. It's fun to watch. We might get to see a couple of runs from those and some replay of that here in just a second.
But again, getting a great look at those judges, which again, they're all experts in their own rights, from riding to being able to judge, and have been in a variety of different settings. And right here, again, getting to look at some of those qualification highlights. Natalia Deem right there. Kim with the Superman seat grab, Indian Air, so awesome. Liz giving it up to the Lord right there. And throwing down again. It was awesome seeing all these women. That's crazy, the 360 candy bar from Lena. Miharo with that 360 tail whip. Sarah and Nikki came out swinging in qualification, and just love to see her stoke after getting those runs in qualification to get her a spot here in the finals.
Now, they've had a day off, right, from the qualification till today because of the weather. So we're running finals like after a whole day of kind of sitting around. So this warm-up's really important to them. They're finishing up really kind of a shorter warm-up just to try to get in between the weather. But we're going to get a look at who the final 12 are. We're going to get a start list up for you in just a minute. Anybody that you're watching today that you're like maybe surprised that we're in this top 12 that just need maybe they're a breakthrough rider?
I mean, again, you could really, any of these women have the ability, and they've been throwing down. Someone that really struck me during the qualifying was Sarah. She came out with 2 flares in her run and just came out. She has been putting in so much work to get herself into this finals. But again, Maka has been flowing on the course. I mean, you could just keep going down the list in all these riders and the tricks that they're bringing. And Lena has the momentum from Montpellier.
Right.
She rode so great there. Incredible flow. And again, a unique selection and variety of tricks that really helped her get that top spot in Montpellier.
I think one of the stories that I'm kind of watching is Maharu, who was the 2025 champion.
Yes.
Then at Montpellier, stopped #1, really didn't have her best day there, but came back here. I believe she qualified first going into this final. So, man, she's coming back with a vengeance to try to get back on that podium.
Yep, and she's got some crazy momentum from X Games, taking 3 gold medals over the Summer League Series, which was crazy to see just the confidence that she was riding with. And so very excited to watch her here for FISE Birmingham. Let's go.
She's got that fire in her eyes.
Yes. I'm so stoked that FISE is back here in the U.S. It was epic being at the one in Colorado 10 years ago, and just such a blessing to be back out here again. So they just finished up that warm-up. But we have such an incredible team here with FISE and the hard work that they have been doing to get this event going and even work through the different weather delays that we've had to deal with, and just the way that, boom, jumping on it, doing everything that they can to get this course prepped, to get everything set.
I mean, we've had 250-something people just waiting online for this to start, wondering what's happening, and you don't get to see it, but there are 40, 50 Hurricane staff, other volunteers out there. Judges were down there squeegeeing and trying to get this rain and stuff cleared up so that the riders could ride. And it's really cool. I mean, we're all here because we love the sport. We want to see them get to do their best, but we want it to be safe.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely been some wild weather. Some of the craziest thunderstorms and lightning striking real close. But again, it's cool what has been accomplished already, and watching. Qualification was epic. Men's semifinals this morning, unreal. It was a crazy show. And so we have had some epic riding already going down, and excited for them to just continue to work hard again. You see it, there's this little seam in that bridge with which the rain can come through. So it looks like everything's completely covered, but there's a seam down the middle where the rain can come through. But again, the staff working so hard to make it happen. UCI, the medical staff making sure everything is dialed on the course for all the action. I mean, right there, you see some of the dedicated crowd that's here. And again, huge shout out to all of you tuning in live as you've been waiting. But here we go.
Man, we're starting off heat #1. Our 12th qualifier, Laura Lessman, 26 years old, from Germany, and she's had 11 podiums in her life. The 2025 came in 5th place World Cup overall for UCI, and man, it's great to see her here in the finals.
And she is on it here in her first run. Huge look back right there, transferring to that TSG wall. Yes, Laura. Started out with that massive tuck no-hander over the spine. Yo, a little disco right there. One hand, 1 foot, or a fraction. Laura on it. Can, again, excellent extension. That's something that the judges will be looking for. It's the amplitude, the extension, locking in that X up on the slant wall. Turn down over that FISE box jump. Yes, Laura. Little steez into the TSG. Right here coming into the tunnel. Yes, Laura. Locking in the turn down. Front of the judges. Coming back out with the topside can. Laura coming into her final thoughts right here. Over the box jump, showing some intent. She's got some big, sweet no-handers that she can do, and it looked like she wanted that right there. But again, starting it off for the women here, getting it set and running it.
Run 1 of 2, and like you said, this is the best run counts. So they're trying to get a good run in as their first one, and then they'll come back maybe with something heavier in their second run. But up next, while we wait on this score, Laura's on the deck, waiting to see what the judges are going to kind of set this first score for the day. You know, this is always hard. It's good to leave a little room maybe sometimes, but let's look at some highlights from heat #1, run #1.
Yeah, floating in that 360,
that was
fully clicking. So when we talk about clicking, it is getting the trick all the way extended as it's supposed to do. And Laura making that happen with both the fraction, the X up, and the look back. Really on it right there, getting that turn down over the FISE box jump.
Perfect landing.
Again, throwing down her first run for all of the women, and so that's huge right there.
70.8 is going to set the bar for the rest of these women. Laura Lessman, that's a good first run for her. Now she just got to wait for run number 2. And up next, to beat that score, Macarena Grosset. Let's see where she's going to be starting from. I'm not sure. Maybe Maka is not taking a run. And we're moving on, it looks like. Eduarda's set as if she's going, so maybe Maka passed on her first run. We're not sure what happened. We'll come back, try to let you know. But oh, here we go.
There we go. Maka's in.
Throwing us for a loop.
Look at that. Let's go. Maka has been flowing on
Perfect
this course.
landing.
That was awesome with the backflip. And
oh no. Oh, we don't want to see that.
Wow. Maka right back up to her feet.
She's up, but she took a pretty big hit on the shoulder, looked like. Man, she was going so fast, so big. Doing it for Chile. It's good to see her. Coaches and the incredible medical staff at Hurricane are immediately out there to make sure she's okay. But man, such a sweet girl. Hate to see that in run number 1. But she does get another run, so she can walk this off. The good thing is it doesn't look like she's injured.
Yeah, she got out of that great. Didn't get tangled up in the bike, got away from it. It will roll out. But again, these are some of the toughest athletes out there. After taking a slam like that, and she's already looking at everything.
She doesn't like, maybe there's some water in that ramp. She was pointing, so let's see what happened here, Dustin. Her weight just got kind of thrown up over the front of the bike. You think something slipped on the other side of it?
It's really hard to tell. You can see some of the frustration. Again, Maka's been looking really good on this course with just the flow that she's been able to carry around it and the line that she's been able to ride. And so right there, things just getting out of sorts. And thankful to see her up and on the bike, because that was a heavy, heavy slam.
Man, and you're just waiting all day and just anticipating, visualizing, knowing what you want to do. And when one thing doesn't go wrong, sometimes it's just good to walk away from it, come back to that second run. But she looks pretty frustrated with that. On deck, drying off some last drops from the bridge. This is Eduarda Duda Pinso from Brazil. Got Catfish on the mic down there. Getting this incredible Birmingham crowd into it. 26 years old, dropping in for Brazil.
And here we go, let's go Duda. That was awesome, double tire grab over that spine, that's crazy. Duda is on it right now, backflip coming in clean. Yes, Duda. Alley-oop X up, yes, Duda. Look at that transfer into the tunnel, and then coming out of the judge's tower hip. Yes, Duda, finding the lines, finding the flow, jumping into that vert wall, up and over the tunnel right there, locking that X up, looking for that table over that massive quarter, and then, yes, throwing the bars right there, toboggan, transferring out of the tunnel hip. Yes, Duda on it right now, 360.
Whoa.
Yes, Duda, alley-ooping into that TSG quarter, up and over the monster spine. Yes, Duda up to the top of the vert wall, getting that speed, going over the tunnel. Yes, foot plant up on top of that vert wall, then coming for final thoughts. X up, yes, Duda. Full pull right there, and she is stoked on that.
Man, she's a 5-time Brazilian national champion, you know, and she's hoping for the Olympics 2028, just having an incredible year. Last year, finished 6th, the UCI World Rankings, so let's look back at some of the tricks that she threw down. Huge backflip, landed perfectly.
Coming in clean on that. X up, fully getting it clicked. And here looking for that table, laying it over, and I know she wanted a little bit more on that, but still making it happen, getting that T-bog right there. Duda was on it in this run, locking in that 360 over the box, the foot plant. Again, a variety of tricks. It was cool, is seeking the grace of the Lord in and giving praise afterwards due to making that run happen, and she's got to be stoked to have that one in the books.
So, she needed more than a 70. She got 77.6 to jump into our lead. That's a huge score. That's great for her. And I know she's still got bigger tricks even in the bank besides that. Now we're going to move to our Japanese rider, Mio Yoshida, just 16 years old, man, and she's got some huge tricks. 360 look back to bar spin. I mean, she can throw combos. Let's see what she's going to put down in her first run.
All right, Mio's in. Yo, what? 360 look back to bar spin. Yes, Mio.
Nice.
Transfer
huge air
out of the top of that vert wall. That is one of the highest points on the course.
Oh man.
Looking for that 360 over the monster spine. Again, we have some of the best medical staff. They're going to come in, check in on her.
And the fall, like I said, from the top of that spine to the floor is probably 12 feet.
Yeah.
And that was not a good scenario. She was coming kind of cased, her back wheel looked like it launched her forward. I know she hit her head, but it didn't look like she landed on her neck, you know.
It's hard, yeah, the angle was behind that box.
Yep.
Landing right there a little bit. Again, very thankful for the medical staff that is here to tend to them. What a wild start. That 360 look back to late bar spin. That's an incredible start.
That's the risk that these men and women take every day. They're going big. You know, this is UCI. These are for the points. This is for Olympics, you know, standings. And they're going out there and they're taking their biggest risks. And but you know, you learn as you go. You learn how to fall. You know, and hopefully she is okay. I know she's on the ground still, but you know, we got her on her feet.
It's good to see her walking off in her own strength.
All right, well, no more of that today, right?
Yeah. These women are warriors out here.
Some of it is probably just adrenaline from, like I said, we've been waiting for this. They've been waiting for their chance all through yesterday, all today. And now here's their moment. Here we go. This is Shan Lei out of China, only 15 years old. And man, she's got some big tricks of her own. Flip whip, tail whips, all that stuff.
Coming out of that eagle's nest to get it started. Coming at the massive spine with the tail whip. Yes, Lei. X up going into that slant wall. 360 tail whip. Yes, Lei. She is on it. Opposite air coming back at that monster spine. X up fully clicked. Yes, Lei. Alley-oop air coming back at the box jump.
Nice.
Backflip bar spin. Yes, Lei.
Perfect
Let's go.
landing.
Alley-oop tail whip. She is on it. Lincoln, big tricks back to back. Right here coming under the tunnel. Huge table on that judge's quarter. Fully clicked X up on the way out. Getting that air
Setting
coming
up.
back at the box jump. Let's go. What? 1, 2, double tail whip. Yes, Lei. This is an incredible run as she keeps cutting across the course. Way up to the top of that vert wall, coming into her final 10. X up over the tunnel gap, and here we go.
This has the potential to take it. You just stand, keep the tires on the floor.
Full for Lei. Yes,
Wow.
and you see the smile on her face. She is stoked on that run. Incredible from start to finish.
Man, that alley-oop whip, I think, just was so stylish and so good coming out of her, the box jump. We're going to have to see if this is going to beat the 77 that I believe was down before to take the top spot. Let's look at some of the highlights from that, Dustin.
That spine's so big. Locking in that tail whip to start. Such an array of tricks across the course. That backflip bar spin. Getting that done. Double tail whip. I was not expecting that. Lei holding it down seriously from start to finish in that.
So good.
In that run.
I think I remember she may have just cased something at one point, but hung on, you know, and rode away full pull. judges are doing their work. Here comes her score. Wow, 11 points higher than Duda, 88 even, puts her in the top spot, firmly in the top spot for the day. What's it going to take to beat that?
Wow, I mean, that was an incredible run from start to finish with a whole variety of tricks, keeping great amplitude throughout the run. So someone's going to have to follow that.
Here we go. Xu Zhao, 23 years old, doing it for China.
Yes, Zhao, 360 turn down. Wow, that table was so high, it fully folded. Yes. Zhao is on it. Check this out. Wow, backflip bar spin over the box. Locking in the turn down into that TSG quarter. Table on that monster spine. Up to the top of the UCI wall. Looking for some serious speed over the tunnel gap. Yeah, it's Zhao.
30 seconds.
Stepping back into that quarter. Jumping into the judges. Hip out of the tunnel. X up out of it. Yes, Zhao. Yo, locking in that turn down over the tunnel gap. Coming back over the monster spine. Tire grab. Yes, Zhao. Keep this momentum going. Coming back into the box jump. Into our final thoughts. Double bar spin.
Last few seconds. Oh, almost a full pull. Man, what happened on that?
Looked like,
she got
again, the
pretty
turn
quick.
down, you get wrapped up in it. It looked like got wrapped up in it. We'll have to see if we get the replay of it.
Man, it
But
looked like her
locking in
back.
that 3 turn down at the start, which was crazy.
Still
Yes.
plenty of great tricks in that run.
That was definitely a highlight for me. Right into that tabletop, completely folded, making it into a proper table. Right there, turn down over the tunnel gap.
Vic Murphy be proud.
Absolutely. Right there, that double bar spin. Throwing it 2 times around, and then, looked like it didn't get past the leg and hit the leg weird and got her off balance, sliding out against. Stoked to see her get up and give the thumbs up right away, and she knows what she needs to do.
60.6 for her. So, again, she's got room to improve, but she's sitting right there in spot number 4, so not too far away from the other women. I believe that's going to bring us back to the top of the rotation.
Yeah, so close right there on that turn down to cap off the run, put the bow on it that she was looking for, and hopefully she'll be able to come back in run number 2. Again, that's where this format is so awesome, is to get to this point for the women, both runs counted, and now it's that best run that counts. And so, again, she wanted to get it right there, but without getting it, she knows that she's still got another run, so that's why she can pop up, give the thumbs up, and know, all right, it's time to go back to work in run number 2.
And there weren't a lot of mistakes.
No.
So Joe can come back and do that. Looks like we're going to dry up just a little bit in between. Some of this is still dripping from the bridge, from the lights. So you'll see them come out, dry off the floor, just as an abundance of caution, keep the riders safe. That's a pretty exciting first 6. Anything surprise you in that?
I mean, it's what we're expecting. Again, they're coming to, what did surprise me was Maka's crash, because she has been riding this course so good. Again, she was someone I was very excited to see, because the way that she's using the course, utilizing some of the pockets and the different things. So again, I'm really excited to see her come out strong in run number 2. It was awesome to see. I mean, we could just go down the list. These women are on it. Duda throwing down that run and making it happen. Again, with the variety, not only the spin tricks, the straight tricks, but also the flips.
Well, shout out to our sponsors for this weekend, Monster Energy, Coca-Cola. The city of Birmingham has just been incredible hosting us for all these events that have been going on. And it's just really cool to see the crowd kind of come out despite some of the weather. Been sticking around all day to see their favorite riders, hang out, get to meet them, and just watch some riding, you know?
Yeah. And it's just been so cool to see all the athletes interacting with the staff as well, or the crowd as well, and the staff, everyone interacting together as everyone's kind of been brought together due to the weather and just the way everyone's in it together and everything that's happening here. And it was really cool earlier this week through Hyperbikes, one of the sponsors, and Catfish setting it all up, got to give out 30 bikes to underprivileged youth and have this awesome session of just teaching how to ride bikes, showing different ways to use the pump track. Again, there's an amazing skate park at the end of this city walk that's here, permanent skate park that's here, and just getting to work with the youth and just seeing so many athletes come over and be a part of that and get involved with the youth is the city of Birmingham connected with the YMCA, able to just do this awesome thing with Hyper. And then to see their faces at the end when Catfish is like, you get to take these bikes home, was a truly special moment.
They didn't know.
No, they did not know. Yeah.
No way.
So it was so cool. So it was already epic. Just this getting to have the athletes interacting again with the people, because the weather's been going on all week, and so everything's been happening. So just that everyone was there, the epicness of that moment, they did not know. They were just having fun, like, wow, this is so cool getting to interact with these athletes. And then at the end of it, it's like, oh, what'd you all think of the bikes? And they're like, oh, this was so cool. It's like, well, you can take them home. And so it was just cool. And just his heart to just serve the community and do something cool, and Hyper getting behind that. And then just all the staff. One of the FISE staff members was incredible at teaching how to ride the bike, and it was a truly special moment.
That's awesome. Well, big shout out to Hyperbikes, official bikes of the FISE World Series, Hyper BMX. Let's look at some highlights real quick from that first set. Laura throwing the hand, throwing the foot.
The fraction, or I always called it the disco growing up, but I'm pretty sure the proper term is the fraction. Right here, Maka coming in so clean on that backflip, locking in the X up. And then Duda right here. The girl, it's just incredible the level of women's riding. That alley-oop X up from Duda right after the backflip again, something that the judges are looking for, how you link the tricks back to back to back. And you want to know what surprised me? I was not expecting that. Mio with that 360 look back to bar spin.
Man, we're gonna hope to see Mio get back on the bike for another run. I hope she's okay. We haven't got an update on her yet, but we will wait and see as we get into this second heat. Nice.
The alley-oop tail whip, that right there, that double tail whip at the end of it, kicking that bike around clean. Then that 360 turn down to start her run off right into the tabletop. Again, that's a serious first heat of riding right there. And again, even with the heavy slams and getting back up, that was some incredible riding. And great shot of the bridge. Again, this city walk and just the lights and everything with it has been a cool thing. Didn't know what to expect coming to Birmingham, haven't had the opportunity to come down here, and it's just been a blessing to see the city and everything that it has to offer. And their willingness to fight through the weather and everything, everything with that. And they're doing a little course drawing. We're getting some cool shots, not only of the bridge, but of the riders. They're trying to stay on it, trying to keep themselves in that mental state to compete to their fullest. It was so cool to see her locking in that double tail whip over the box in her run. Fun seeing their smiles.
So this is round 2 of the UCI World Series this year. The first round happened in Montpellier earlier this year, where Hannah Roberts was there, came in bronze. Sabai Soon came in silver, got second place, and we saw Lena Shirei come in from Japan, get the gold. So she sits in the top spot right now for the UCI World Rankings. So here at stop number 2, we're gonna find out if she can keep that top spot, and we're gonna see some of these other riders who want to jump up in those rankings.
Yeah, it's so cool what FISE has to offer. So again, first one was in Montpellier, now we're in Birmingham, and coming up we're gonna be in Shanghai a little later this year in October. And so it's just awesome. And then Japan at the end of the year. And so it's just so cool what FISE puts together in this World Series and just the experience that they bring to every city they stop at.
The other Magic City. Let's go there right now.
city's DNA.
This is the biggest action sports festival in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what we are seeing here.
So right there, seeing we're in Birmingham, but that teaser for Shanghai, that West Bund district is so fun. My guys, Grace have had the opportunity to go there before, and they just have a cool setup. They have this dome that the spine ramp got to be in, because again, FISE brings an action sports festival to everywhere that they go. And so the stage that they had in there, they had the spine ramp, as well as this epic UCI World Cup course that Hurricane brings. And so it's just a fun time there, and everything that they have going on, and just the people always enjoy all the relationships and everything that happens in Shanghai.
China is just a festival, man. Every time I've been with FISE and some of these events, it's been so fun, and really historic stuff has happened every time we've had a contest there. So we also have some other competitions that have happened outside of the Park Pro men, Park Pro women. We've had some open classes in Flatland. We've had some open classes in Park and juniors. Did you get to be a part of the juniors class or see some of that this weekend?
I did get to go to the juniors, and it's just so cool seeing the next generation of riders, and it's really cool in that next generation. Hyper is getting behind that and knows that it's hard to get out to these different events, and so they've come along with FISE, partnering together to help get these juniors to the next event. And so the young man from Germany got himself a trip here, and now we get to see a little bit about that and what they have going on. Yeah, that next generation is so awesome, and everything that they are doing. And Huck Karinsky, who's from Ohio, he was throwing down. It was crazy. And then Leon from Belarus, and then the young German rider who won himself here through that, what Hyper is doing. And now he, again, won. It was incredible, the level of riding that they brought. I mean, these youth, this next generation, 360 tail whip to bar spin from Leon from Belarus, and Huck coming in, backflip bar spin straight into a flare on the quarter. It's just incredible what this next generation. And then Hudson, it was his birthday out here this week. So cool to have him out here from Core Park in Utah, and he was throwing down, and he cleared the entire box jump, just turning 9. Insane. And just to see his stoke and what he was doing, it's incredible. Trapper was out there throwing down. A young man from Chile doing a seat grab to Sui no-hander. Was not expecting that from him. And again, the list just keeps going and what the next generation of riders are doing.
Well, you know, let me tell you this. My first contest was 1988 in Austin, and there were 2 quarters, and they were about 3 miles apart, and you had to pedal, you know, in between. That's kind of what it looked like back then. And man, I feel like this generation has grown up with such great facilities. They've got some coaches, they've got schools at different places. Tell us, where are some hot spots where you've seen kind of the next generation, and what has added to that and helped grow the scene? Because I think we want to see BMX grow. And so where have you seen that happening right now around the world?
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely happening around the world, and just so cool to see different countries get behind the next generation of riders and providing, and even just seeing in the World Cup staff that are here for the athletes and their teams being there for that next generation and helping them and giving them coaching and wisdom and just coming alongside them to help get the bikes dialed, and just seeing that happen again, the nation, the federation support of the next generation and how that's coming up. And then, I mean, around the world, it's crazy, the different skate parks that are there. Again, some awesome Hurricane skate parks that are out in China, seeing Core Park here in the US, and just seeing the level of progression that's going on there, and these different series that are going on in these different nations that they're hosting to be developing this next generation of riders has been really cool to see. And even the open class, getting to see the development team from the US just shredding, and all of those guys being on it, and just having this opportunity to ride these World Cup courses. And to be able to experience those and see them, and so even just being at events, and that's where it's cool that these events are around the world so that different people can come out to them to be a part of these junior and open classes, to have the opportunity to ride the same courses that the UCI World Cup competitions are going down on, and seeing them adjust to that, and that being a huge way that helps them grow. And so just the opportunities of being in these places. Again, it was just such a blessing to spend so many years at Woodward, and just seeing, again, a lot of the riders that are now in the World Cup having time there. So you see it, and then it's cool to see riders having their own compounds where they're riding, where they're growing in, and everything that's happening at those, and how that opens up for other riders down the way.
Well, I would say you've probably done more than most people in helping the next generation learn how to get started in BMX and learn, you know, from being a kid at camp and all that stuff. So if somebody's watching this, obviously they don't start jumping a 20-foot, you know, spine ramp in a box. What are some things that people can do to maybe get started learning something like BMX Park here?
I mean, a big part, first and foremost, is just being on the bike and just getting yourself used to what's happening with it, and then building. I mean, great thing with dirt jumps is you can always keep building the size, and you're kind of in control of. You
had to bring up dirt.
had to have that aspect of it. Is that something that I always enjoyed? But again, just
we made it 12 minutes in before Dustin brought up dirt.
But no, just being at the parks, being on the bike, getting that feel for it. Again, working on those basics and not being too quick to jump over the basics, and really focus on your ability to bunny hop it, depending on where you're at, right? That question, Veg, it depends where each rider is at.
Do you remember your first trick?
First trick, it had to be an extremity. I don't remember it exactly. I mean, doing wheelies is a trick, and then working on the bunny hops, and then the extremities just naturally start coming off once you're in the air, going off. But 4 bricks and a piece of wood can be some endless fun. That can be moved all over the place to make stuff happen. But no, seriously, like just working through those different aspects, working through the wheelies, working through manuals, so then you have that wheelie where you're using the pedals to keep the speed and the momentum going, but then locking in the manual and sitting on the back, or the bunny hops and just the physics. I always say it's like you have a string attached to your foot, and as your arm goes forward, you pull those knees up to the chest and able to get both wheels off of the ground as you push that bike forward, and just looking at, again, just the awareness of how the bike
I think we're going to get an update from Catfish here. Let's go down to the course.
As the thundercloud roars, we could risk it, but it's not worth it. We want to keep these riders safe as possible. So unfortunately, we're going to have to call this. Alabama, thank you for hosting this on behalf of all the riders. Thank you for the classic Southern hospitality. You have made this an unforgettable time, and hopefully we'll be back here next year. Alabama, can you do me one more favor and make some noise for everybody involved in this feast? The workers, the volunteers, all the riders, the judges, Albert Mercado. You guys were absolutely amazing. You'll be able to check the highlights on our BMX. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, FISE World, UCI BMX Freestyle. Thank you, Alabama. We'll see you guys in Shanghai, China.
So that means they are going to be taking the results.
We're going to have the awards presentation. We're going to set the podium up.
Well, unfortunately, that's some bad news that Catfish has to deliver. But that's sometimes
Sarah,
what happens,
Nikki,
and it's pretty common for
what
some
do
of
you
these
got,
events.
Sarah? Sarah's got a trick for us, I believe.
Now, this is why we call it freestyle.
Oh, yeah! Sarah doesn't even need a bike to backflip. See you in Shanghai, Sarah.
And so yeah, for these podium results, they are going to go back to qualifying for women in the semifinals for the men's and take the results. And that is something that the athletes know going into these events, that those potentially could be used for that. Obviously, we always want to see the full competition be able to take place, but with the UCI rules, they know that that is going to be something, and they're trying to look out for the athletes. So again, not the way that we want to see the competition come to an end, but at the same time, these riders were putting in work to get these results in the end, and it was some incredible riding. And again, we will be able to see some of those in some different outlets to see some of those highlights in the different aspects of how that went down. But we want to ultimately keep the athletes safe. And just as Catfish said, huge shout out to everybody involved in this.
Well, and that means that Miharu Ozawa from Japan will be our gold place winner this year. It'll be on the podium if that's how they decide to do it with the standings. 25 years old, coming in really off an incredible season last year as a winner and trying to fight her way back. So looks like if the standings hold, that's where she will be.
I'm coming down there right now. Let's give these medals out.
Well, shout out to Catfish, getting his short legs down there to do the podium real quick. He's got a tough job today. He's had to really kind of make the day and host the day as we've navigated a lot of changes. But man, the Hurricane has handled it incredible. The city of Birmingham has been so gracious. And unfortunately, looks like because of the weather, because of the rain, the competition was just cut and canceled right there. But we're still going to get a podium. We're going to still find out who took those top 3 spots.
Yeah, Catfish did such a great job keeping the crowd entertained and just bringing the hype and the stoke, and again, just being there with the people that have been through it thick and thin, staying out there and being a part of this event. As FISE does, they bring the Action Sports Festival, even in difficult circumstances, they are still bringing the stoke and the hype for everyone. And it'll be exciting for, as you'll get to see who takes the podium, because a lot of people have not seen this in the live stream, so this will still be exciting to see the results.
Right now, for the women's class, in 3rd place, from Team China, Sun Jiaqi. They're coming down right now.
So again, they're taking these results from the qualifying where it was 2 runs, both count. Jiaqi was definitely on it in qualifying, clearly, as it earned herself on the podium.
Sun Jiaqi is making her way up here. Team China on the way out. Congratulations. Make some noise for Sun Jiaqi. In 2nd place, representing Team China, Zhou Huimin.
Zhou Wei climbing up into that 2nd place again, holding it down, had 2 huge runs in qualifying to get herself a place on that podium, and she is stoked.
All right, and your champion here in the women's class, stop number 2, FISE World, Birmingham, Alabama, from Team Japan, Miharu Ozawa.
Again, we were talking about how she was running on momentum from summer, and now here she is and wanting to get herself back onto the podium after having a rough go in Montpellier, and she did just that in qualifying. She showed that she was out here for business, and right there getting herself that top spot Miharu is on it right now.
This is going to
Ladies
add
and
quite a
gentlemen,
bit of
these
points
are
to
your
her
champions of
overall
Birmingham.
score too.
Let them hear you.
Yeah, this is going to help her bump up in those UCI World rankings for the year. Just, I know she wants to get back and defend her title from 2025. So landing on that top spot was great for her, and especially after that fall. Glad to see her up and healthy.
Love seeing the camaraderie again. They're
Give it
all
up one
out here.
more
They want
time
to
for
see
your
everyone
female
ride to the
champions here in
fullest.
Birmingham, Alabama.
So from the women's podium, we are going to go to the men's podium. As well, we're going to be taking their semifinal results. But again, I love to see the camaraderie, everyone giving each other knuckles and just that stoke and working through the entire process of this to get to the place where they were.
We are ready to go with the podium ceremony for the men's class. In third place, representing Team Japan, Rim Nakamura.
It was insane to see how high he was going. There were a couple points with the tuck no handers. Thought he was gonna hit his hand on the bridge. It was insane.
The medals.
Yeah, he can boost.
In second place, representing Team GB from Newcastle, UK, Kieran Riley.
Kieran's run was unreal. Again, same thing. He had a crazy variety of massive tricks, but then also blasting. He had a table that, again, was up there with Rim on how high he was going and the power that he rode with to get himself into that second place position in semis was crazy, and now that result is going to hold for the finals as well.
Here at stop number 2, FISE World, Birmingham, Alabama, representing Team USA Cycling.
Wow.
Jacob Diva.
He came out and he had the eye of the tiger this weekend the whole time, and you saw it in semis, and he went out. 900 bar spin was one of the highlights. It was crazy. And from the start, he had this crazy line that
crazy. He stuck it so hard.
This is why you never stop riding hard in any competition. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your men's champions. Let them hear you, Alabama.
Love to see that for Jacob. Yeah, man, from the quali to the semis, he just kept stepping up his run with bigger and bigger tricks, and he earned that top spot today, no doubt.
Yeah, and he had this cool cutback after an air to get back into that judging hip that just had cool flow to go along with the crazy tricks that he was doing back to back to back. What a podium.
Kieran, tell us about that transfer that he was doing. We didn't get to see it, but that transfer across the spine, explain that real quick, even though we didn't get to see it in his run.
It was massive. He was going from the top of that monster spine all the way over to the tunnel, and it was crazy. Triple tail whip on it, just
is our
wild.
winner. And
Jacob Dean, your
we're going to go down for an interview with him.
FISE victory. We dealt with the weather. Sometimes this plays out, but I will say this: your semifinals run could have been in the finals. Talk to me about how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first FISE podium in general. I can't believe that it's a win. I mean, we all know what could have happened if the rain stayed away. It could have been anybody's day, and at that point, it's out of my control. It's out of everybody's control, so I'm going to enjoy the win, baby. Let's go!
You've been progressing at an incredibly rapid rate over the last 2 years. You got a lot of supporters here. You got a lot of support in the United States. What do you want to say to all your fans?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it really just comes down to who you are as a person. I've been putting an immense amount of work on the park course, on the street course. It doesn't matter what it is. And that just goes to show if you stick to who you are, you can do anything. I just can't believe I just got a freaking FISE Park win. Oh my God.
You're the man. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, your Birmingham, Alabama champion, FISE stop number 2 from the USA, Jacob Thiem.
Man, it's so cool to see Jacob have his moment. First podium at a FISE, and why not go big? Make it a gold. But just get past the bronze.
Mention this. He won a street contest last weekend. His riding is unmatched. One of the best overall riders in the game. Jacob Thiem, your champion here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Absolutely.
Seriously, such an all-terrain vehicle, handling it on all different settings. Very stoked for him. What a blessing to take that top spot. It's just as they were talking about.
Thank you, Birmingham.
He's such a humble kid, still really young, has a huge future in front of him. Can't wait to see his career. So I know the event got cut short, but let's look back. We're going to get to see some of the final standings from the women's pro freestyle park here in Birmingham, Alabama. Bronze is going to go to Jachi Soon. Silver is going to go to Min Jo. And the first place goes to the Japanese rider, Miharu Izawa, with an 89.5 here in Birmingham.
And then we're going to get to see also how that affects their overall ranking through this series, as it is the World Cup series.
We need you down here, Dylan Hesse. We're having a chat.
It's going to be at 4 different stops. The first one was in Montpellier, then here in Birmingham, next up Shanghai, and then we'll be in Japan at the end of the year. And those points are going to accumulate through that, as well as each of these helping the different nations get to the World Championships and how many athletes they are going to be able to bring. As obviously, the more athletes you have, the better chances you have it earning yourself a spot in the Olympics coming up. And so right here, again, getting to see a little bit of the effect of the overall due to the results here, getting 1,000 points to when you take that top spot. And so right now, see Lei and Shirai mixing it up. So this takes Lei to the next top, where formerly it was Lena holding it down as she had that win in Montpellier. So you see the standings mixing up a little bit there. So gonna have to see how the season continues to unfold with Shanghai and Japan.
Now, what will this do for Jacob Thiem? He came in 10th place, I believe, in Montpellier, which is not bad. He qualified for finals, so he just keeps going up and up. But that first place finish boosts him 1,000 points in the UCI World Rankings. So we'll see where he lands now, after all, with the overall score. I believe Rim was at the top. I imagine he'll keep that for the overall. But here are the results for today. Birmingham, stop number 2. Jacob Thiem taking the win. Kieran Riley, silver, and Rimu with the bronze.
And then this is just going to allow you to see where people landed themselves after the semifinals. It was cut down from over 40 to 24. And so this is showing you those top 24 from semis and now their results, as this is the way that the competition is going to end out. And so we just got to see how that worked for those 24. And now we're going to see how that now impacts the overall point standings, as Rim had that top spot. And see, here you're seeing the mix-up. Even with not landing on the top, he was able to hold it, finding himself on the podium again. But you see Thiem jumping him up from way down.
Yep.
Boom, that 1,000 points currently has him sitting in 4th for that overall ranking, with 2 stops still to come.
I mean, I got to say, I love to see USA 3 of those top 4 spots, but Japan with Rim still holding that top spot. He's such an incredible rider. I know he's probably stoked to walk away with that for here from Birmingham as well.
Well, it was so cool to see what this Birmingham course offered us from Hurricane Parks, and just the dynamics of that transfer in and out. Oh, something that was so crazy. Just before we come out of the tunnel, Kieran jumped all the way across the monster spine into the box lip. That was crazy. Again, we're going to see more epicness from these Hurricane Parks as this FISE World Series continues, but it's been such a blessing to be here.
Exactly. Hey, thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for Birmingham being gracious and hosting us. Thank you for joining us. Dustin, thanks for being here. I want to thank you for Hurricane and everyone. And we will see you at stop number 3 in Shanghai, China. Don't miss it.
Let's go.
The FISE World Series represents the premier action sports event, not only for the top-level riding, but for the top-level fans.
Amazing event that we have coming up for you. It's unreal. There's no words for it. It's literally the biggest crowd in BMX.
If you ever have like a moment where you doubt yourself, as soon as they call your name and then the crowd goes.
Everywhere, every sport's going crazy. I don't know what to expect. Like, it's FISE.
Good memories. I can't believe this is happening right now, and I really need to wake up if this is a dream.